I want to bring in former Secretary of State Mike Pompeo, who joins us now. Mr. Secretary, did President Biden help in any way create this conflict in the Mideast?
Well, Stuart, thanks for having me on this morning. The party responsible for this is, of course, Hamas, a terrorist organization designated so by the United States of America. That's the first instance. We also know that Iran is backing this. They have provided financial resources, military resources to these terrorists that are now attacking, trying to destroy cities and attacking civilians inside of Israel. But make no mistake about it, American policy matters in the region. We saw this during our 4 years in time. We built out a peace structure with the Abraham Accords. We supported Israel. Israelis knew that we would have their back when they needed it. This administration sent very mixed signals at best and is sitting in Vienna talking to the Iranians, trying to hand over billions of dollars to the very Iranians that are underwriting the Hamas and Palestinian Islamic Jihad terrorists who are attacking Israel. So make no mistake about it, American policy matters an awful lot in this region. We should hold the perpetrators of this terror accountable, and I'm confident that the Israelis will do it. They have every right to defend themselves.
Indeed. Mr. Secretary, I'm going to show you a headline from, of all places, the New York Times, and it's from columnist Bret Stephens. It says, quote, "For the sake of peace, Israel must rout Hamas." I'm really surprised that the New York Times would print that in the first place. What do you make of it?
Yes, I agree with the New York Times. You can write it down. It may be the last time I say that for a while, Stuart. Suffice it to say, the Israelis understand the threat from these terrorists. They've now had civilians killed. I've had friends sending me messages overnight. Their families are in bomb shelters. Their children are crying. They're being attacked by terrorists. The United States should be unequivocal in its support of Israel's right to defend itself. We should not be sitting down at the table with the Iranians trying to cut a deal. Remember, this is a deal with a country that is hosting al-Qaeda's senior leaders in Tehran and is giving money to the very terrorists that are attacking Israel and our Gulf and Arab state allies. It's an enormous mistake to elevate Iran, to build up Iran. This is the central misunderstanding that the Obama administration has. They've got all the same cast of characters back, and you can see the results. A less stable, a less prosperous Middle East, and frankly, the Palestinian people are suffering as well. Not only those in Gaza, but those in the West Bank who have been denied an election by Abu Mazen. They're supposed to have another election. He's in year, I think it's now 15 of a 4-year term. This is a mess. America has a simple role in supporting the Israelis in defending and denying Iran money. If we'll take those two actions, I am confident that we will be able to restore peace and more stability in the Middle East. The Biden administration simply has it all backwards.
Mr. Secretary, the pipeline hackers reportedly were paid with 75 Bitcoin. They paid the ransom. Can't we do anything about this? Criminals take charge of our energy supply line, cripple supplies across the eastern seaboard. We pay ransom with Bitcoin. Can't we do anything about this? Can't we trace who got this Bitcoin?
Well, 3 thoughts. First of all, it's a mistake for a company to pay ransom like this. We know this will beget more acts exactly like this. I'm sure there were insurance companies involved making business decisions. I suppose I understand that. But make no mistake about it, this will encourage other thieves, other criminals, other nation-state actors to attack American businesses, put our infrastructure at risk, and demand ransom. The fact that it was $5 million, next time it'll be 50. This is a game that we can't play. That means the government's got to be involved. It sounds like from the FBI's reporting, this happened from international place. We need to find out who it was, go after them, and impose real harsh penalties on them. We need to be serious about this. And if a government is hosting them, we need to demand that they clean it up, that they fix it. It is their responsibility to do so. Last point. I said a long time ago, the risk from some of these cryptocurrencies of exactly this kind of activity taking place across U.S. financial systems is very real. We parsed this. We had money laundering rules in place that applied to other kinds of currencies. We need to make sure that these laws are applied evenly to these cryptocurrencies, or we'll see more and more of this. We can find out who did this. We must find out who did this. And if we need to regulate these cryptocurrencies to do so, so be it.
Mr. Secretary, thank you very much indeed for appearing with us today. You're
Thank you,
always
Stuart.
welcome.
Have a good day,
Always
sir.
appreciated. Yes, sir. Thanks very much
Thank
indeed.
you, sir.